So Donald Trump is a time traveler. That's not even debatable at this point. I think everybody just takes it as fact, right? And it's an absolute fact. And by absolute fact, I mean complete conjecture. Circumstantial evidence at best. But what I'm talking about is the Ingersoll Lockwood books. If you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm sure you've seen it. At least this guy right here, Matty Ice Rance, has got some of the most compelling evidence of Donald Trump being a time traveler. I'm with him, 100%. The book I'm referring to is called The Last President by Ingersoll Lockwood. It was written over 100 years ago. The book talks about how New York is just in an absolute state of uproar after this candidate is elected, and how a mob of people come to this Fifth Avenue hotel protesting this candidate. It describes the address of this hotel. 22nd down Broadway, 7th down Madison Avenue. And 22nd down Broadway is Trump International Hotel. And the 7th down Madison Avenue is Trump Tower. Only The Simpsons could be this exact. How did a book from 120 years ago get that right? I mean, Donald Trump's a time traveler, that's exactly why. But it doesn't end there. The weirdness does not end there. Following the passing of Nikola Tesla, the FBI hired a man to look over Nikola Tesla's inventions, just to see if he had anything that could be used for military purposes or maybe to use against the general public, because it is the FBI. Just joking, TikTok. Just kidding around. But guess what that man's name was? John G. Trump. It's Donald Trump's uncle. Damn it, man. But his uncle said he didn't find anything. There was nothing in Nikola Tesla's inventions that he could find that was worth a damn. Or maybe he kept some of Nikola Tesla's inventions. Maybe a device to travel in time, to write a book in the 1900s, talking about the last president. Maybe to secure some funds. Maybe to make the whole family rich. We're just guessing here. We have no real way of knowing, right? Now, when I saw the original video of Donald Trump being a time traveler by this guy, I decided not to look into it because I knew that I would just be enamored by it and I would start talking about it nonstop. And I was doing other shit then. And I also didn't want to just copy this guy because he was so good. One of the pieces of information he always talks about is the fact that one of the writers from Back to the Future said that Biff Tannen was modeled after Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a time traveler. It's an absolute fact. And like I said, TikTok. This video's for entertainment purposes only. Absolute fact may mean something different to me than other people. Changing the paradigm of words and shit. Damn it, man.
This is one of the wildest conspiracy theories I've ever heard before. So there's this book called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, which was written in 1893. The story is about a boy named Baron who lives in Trump Castle. And Baron became bored with his life of luxury and decided to go on an adventure. And on this adventure, he was being guided by a man named Don, who helped him find a time travel portal in Russia. Then the same author wrote a sequel 3 years later, and he titled it The Last President. The main plot of this book was about a wealthy man who lived on Fifth Avenue in New York City that decided to run for president. Then shortly after he wins the election that no one thought he could, he's inaugurated and he selects a new cabinet member by the name of Mr. Pence. Then, after his inauguration, since no one thought he would win, people erupted into violence, and people started to riot and damage property left and right. So here's where it gets really weird. Nikola Tesla, who had claimed to have figured out time travel, had about 80 trunks worth of his life's work. When he died in 1943, the man responsible for collecting all of his work was an MIT professor by the name of John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle. And get this, after John Trump died, there's rumors that Donald Trump inherited Tesla's work. So the theory is Donald Trump used a time machine to travel into the future where he saw Hillary Clinton win the presidency, which then led the U.S. into a complete collapse. So he traveled back in time, decided to run for president to try to save the country. All right, no more internet today.
You know, my uncle was a professor, a great professor at MIT for a long time. I think he was the longest, Dr. John Trump. And he would talk about a lot of different things, and it was very interesting to me for years. I talked to him, passed away, he's a great gentleman. He's a tenured professor in the history of MIT, but if he wasn't, he was very close. He was there for almost 40 years. And we talk about things, and he said, you know, someday they'll have a suitcase, and in that suitcase, it'll be nuclear, and you'll blow up New York City out of a suitcase. And I said, no, Uncle John, that can't possibly. He's right. The power is so incredible.